We're in Hot Springs, South Dakota, and I want to talk about something that's kind of neat here. You see this waterfall? Well, they have naturally occurring springs, which are groundwater, and that's what the spring is named for. The spring is thought to have some medicinal properties for healing, but it also has pretty geology things as well. You might notice that there's a lot of green growth around where the water is. That's a form of biological weathering. And that weathering, when the water is hitting that rock consistently, it makes it very frothy and lightweight. It kind of takes some of the cementing material out of the rock layer, which happens to be a very, very good conglomeratic outcrop from the Triassic period. So when you take a look at that and you see conglomerates that are of this magnitude, it should tell a story. If you got up close to these layers, you would have a lot of conglomerate, then kind of a fine-grained layer above it. A lot of conglomerate, a fine-grained layer above it. So that represents what we call a graded bed, like a grade in a class. So graded means the biggest sediments fall out first, followed by the next biggest, medium-sized, small, and tiny. But when you get a whole bunch of big stuff together, like you can see in some of these layers, that's indication of flooding. And so that's rock layer that was formed during the Triassic period, the beginning of dinosaur time frame. This would have represented an environment that had flash floods. So my guess would be some type of an aeolian environment, desert-like, where they had just streams fed by probably groundwater occasionally to deposit the finer grain stuff, or small flowing creeks, and then it would be followed by massive flooding events. This is a small creek that's running through town. You can see a riffle, which is the shallower than an average depth and faster than average speed of a river. And you can see that this thing's just probably about 6 to 8, maybe 12 inches deep in some places. This is not the kind of environment that would have created this rock. Maybe the finer grained sediments. You would have seen a flash flood to do that. More to come. See you at the next stop. Bye.